you doing?
The usual. Kaj pencil? As a kind of tradition at this point of sorts, I would say, starting live stream with the Maker team. I mean, it always used to start the Maker team, it's just now it's a custom Maker team.
Mm-hmm.
Not much better. Now let me get myself something good. Let me get myself something to drink. I can't do this sober. Alright.
True Panzer. I also think it should lean more into breakcore.
Just for me.
And death metal. And...
You think it leans a lot into jazz? You think... I'm sorry, you think this... This reminds you of jazz. I mean, I can make it jazzy, but that's only because I can combine it with City of Stars.
No, it does lean into jazz.
Yeah.
You're right, Panzer.
Well, because right now I'm playing it with the main motif from the City of Stars, which is a jazz song.
How about your theme also does? At least a little bit.
This isn't a jazz scale.
No, it's not very jazzy, but it does lean a bit into it.
Because I improvise it. That's the only link I can think of. Because
that's what I'm saying. It leans a bit into jazz because it's very improvisable. I'd say at least.
I mean, I wouldn't say. Normally jazz. So this is the scale I'm using. Well, mainly. G minor. Back on the rapier. Oh, what is that? Let me look it up.
Rapier? Are you
I
fencing?
That could have been. Oh yeah, this fencing. That makes sense.
I'm gonna assume that you're fencing.
I would assume so as well.
Or HEMA. But one of those two. But probably fencing because you're mentioning your forearm. Oh, HEMA.
Oh my goodness. Well, hats off.
Oh my god, I love HEMA.
I
wanna do HEMA.
I don't know what that is.
HEMA, historical European martial arts. It's sword fighting, but historically.
Oh, I see. That makes sense. Good for you for catching that, actually, Macaroni. I wouldn't.
No,
I wouldn't have.
I've known about HEMA for a while, so it's either one of those two.
Where's my thing? There's. I'm still making myself a drink, by the way. My apologies for the inconvenience, but I need this. It's been a long day at the Long Day Factory. Also made me realize that I need to get into a better shape. Really?
Yeah, one does realize that after training, I presume.
I have never done any martial arts, so I wouldn't know.
Well, it's not It's comparable to martial arts, but it's not really the same.
I don't know
It
what
uses
I
a
know
lot of
nothing.
similar principles as far as I know.
To me, I don't actually know what martial arts are. To me, martial arts are just like fighting, of the art of fighting.
It's fighting styles.
Yes, I suppose it is probably that in the definition of martial arts, it's specifically the weapons are excluded. That logically makes sense in my head, but I just don't know, so I just assumed.
Weapons aren't really excluded.
Yeah.
It's generally though that the more popular martial arts are that the ones which are without weapons because our culture apparently hates weapons. God, I had to help myself back there to get to political. Sorry, everybody.
I'm sorry.
This is not a political channel.
For a
I
second,
will not be political in here.
Macaroni, when you said that, my instinct was that what Research for Money just said, that was your alt account. That was my instinct. Because Research for Money is the message. I don't know what it means exactly.
What? I don't get it.
Can you see that message, or is it just me who can see it?
Live chat.
The comment from
Research for money, Hema.
I don't understand.
What?
But Panzer, what kind of piano have you got? I'm not playing drum piano. Yeah, it is an electric piano, which means I can also hold on.
I get it.
Do you get? I don't get it still.
It's an acronym. Because HEMA is an acronym, and
yeah, but even then,
Research for
acronym...
Money. This is not a political channel.
Oh, well, okay, the comma broke me. But yeah, no politics, no politics allowed.
No politics in this channel.
I'm not used to commas being in acronyms. So synthesizer, no, it's an electric piano. It's from that company.
Brand.
If I'm not mistaken, it's from that company that makes motorcycles. Give me a second. It's from Yamaha.
Alright.
They are one of those companies that just do engineering, aren't they?
Probably.
Let me check.
Or it's just Japanese
Yeah.
company.
Yeah. No, because engineering companies just usually do engineering, and they absolutely do not care about what kind of engineering they do. It's hilarious.
Mm.
Oh, you got one too. That's nice. My goal is to do Destreza, Spanish Rapier. I know it doesn't narrow it down much. Which main influences being Rada?
I know absolutely nothing about HEMA, but sounds great.
Yeah, it does sound neat.
Well, I know little, very little. But let's show 'em. I don't get it.
No, the message has been retracted. The chain rule, okay, yeah.
Oh.
There will be, yes. Even though this video, I don't think... Yeah, once again, can't escape the hell of them. No, actually not the hell. I don't understand what's the deal with them, to be honest. Remco today has said something to me, which I have felt my entire life, but just never found anyone actually voicing it out loud, which is... Well, let me quote it. Oh yeah. I asked about derivatives. He said partial or normal. I said both, to which he said, "Oh wait, we are physicists. We don't care." And that is genuine sentiment. I still to this day don't understand what is the difference between a partial and an ordinary derivative. All I know is that it's, as far as I'm aware, it is convention to use an ordinary derivative when you are deriving the outermost function to the innermost variable, and a partial derivative when you are deriving the a function to a variable on the inside. And that's it. I don't understand what other, because like the definition between them, definition of a partial derivative includes definition of an ordinary derivative. I don't understand.
Makes sense, Ninja.
If you get into it, just know that capital rapier is the heaviest kind of rapier, I think. I see. That's quite a lot of like arm strength, doesn't it? I imagine.
Pretty sure never held one. But for rapier, I'm gonna guess that you're using your wrists most of the time, and you need a lot of shoulder strength for a cup-hilt rapier because it's heavier at the base, because you need the maneuverability. That's why it's base heavy. And notion, I think it's 'cause special. And yeah, you need a lot of forearm strength, I'm gonna guess, to just, or endurance to just keep swinging it.
Also, to Starco just said, I think there's no difference. Yeah. I mean, I think there's no difference aside from the notation. I think notation is all that there is, and the place where it's used. Because genuinely, if you do DF to DT, what is the difference between this and partial F to partial T? Both of these specify that you're deriving this function to this variable. I just don't see the difference between them. I'm gonna mention at the end of the video. Because it bothers me, it does bother me. Partial differential equations are more difficult than ordinary differential equations. There is a difference there. That is important, because, that is different.
Yeah. That's what I'm guessing. Because you need more stamina than strength directly. Because martial arts are generally more about getting leverage and strength advantages than pure raw strength. Leverage.
Why?
Why not? I love me some good leverage.
Yeah, I mean, suppose with enough leverage, anything can be done.
True. You could theoretically lift infinite amounts of infinite weight. If you have a lever that is 1 meter long, and you have 1 meter on one side and 0 meters on the other, you can theoretically lift infinite weight. You can lift infinite weight 0 meters.
I mean,
Mathematically, it works out.
you're not wrong. You can.
Technically
I
correct.
would say physically.
Kind of correct.
I would say physically, even if it works out. I feel like if you do an experiment, then you will actually manage to lift infinite weight 0 meters.
Yes.
I think even the experimenters would agree with you on that.
Damn.
You need to only find the theoretical physicists. Those are the only ones left.
True. I'm gonna get all the theoretical physicists that I can find into one room and turn them into practical physicists.
Oh, the
Yeah.
horror. Hi, the Katsi. How you doing?
Hi, Katsy.
Where did I put my beloved gears? Ah, there they are. I need them.
I think I heard that somewhere, Ninja.
As far as I'm fine, to really hurt someone with it. I mean, I suppose that is kind of the point of every weapon, isn't it?
Yes. Precisely.
I would say that falls as fairly on the definition of every weapon, or rather the purpose.
But some weapons need more strength than others. Like the humble club.
Genuinely, club is also what came to my mind.
No, but generally, a club can be really fucking good as weapon. Better than one thinks actually, because if you got an opponent that is in armor, then the club is really good against that opponent. I mean, depends on how heavy the club is, but a pretty sturdy club with a pretty hefty head, that's gonna mess somebody up in armor.
I'm pretty certain that's why crabs have two different kinds of pincers. The crushing and the pinching.
I'm pretty sure that's just for mate attraction, that you can show, hey, I can survive with this really big disadvantage on
Reminds me of a certain drawing of a branch.
Of a what?
A certain drawing of a branch I've seen. If the level was light years long, you're still theoretically you could live the Earth. Yeah. Or you could just
I mean,
put
I'm pretty
the.
sure you could.
You could also use the 1 meter long one. That also works.
Yeah. Just need to have the precise amount of from on one end and the precise amount on the other end. You're good to go. Technically, every time you do a push-up, you're benching the entire Earth.
Use that for motivation.
Yeah.
Isn't that quite something? Okay.
Also, I'm pretty sure that the lever wouldn't need to be that long.
You mean not as long as the amount of light years? Yeah.
That's pretty long, I do have to say.
That sounds like observable universe sort of distances. Hold on, let me actually check.
Pretty sure that's further than the observable universe.
The question is how many orders of magnitude?
Ah, you got the source from Tethered. Of course. That explains it.
46.5 billion light years. So that is million, billions. That's a million orders. Well, that's not a million orders of magnitude. That's a million times longer than the size of the universe. The observable universe.
6 orders of magnitude.
Hey, in certain engineering circles, that would be possible.
Yes. For example, theoretical physics. Hi, Batman.
I like it when people join in with festive nicknames sometimes, and you can just say that. Hi, I'm a big fan. Oh, I'm glad you are.
Hi, big fan. I'm Macaroni.
Glad you're enjoying the content. I am in fact working more. I have to go bye. Alright, bye Katsi, bye, have a good one.
Bye.
I shouldn't really be rescaling it all, because that always messes things up. There we go. And one last really important thing is this. Brilliant, beautiful. I was telling you videos, especially your physics training ones, definitely deserve more recognition. Thank you, I appreciate you saying that. And I hope you'll be excited for a lot of physics videos that are to come this, well, not this week, but next week. And it's going to be at least 2 if everything goes according to plan. If it doesn't, well, there's definitely going to be 1.
Let's say, hypothetically, for the sake of argument, there wasn't 1. Or 2.
But 0. Oh, we went in. We diverged a bit.
Yeah, a bit.
Oh, a funny story. I ripped my towel today.
What?
I put it over my back I just came out of the shower. I put it over my back. I stretched and I just ripped it. And not completely. There was a small hole in it because I stopped. I just heard the sound of ripping and I stopped. But I think it's funny that if I had a nickel for every single time I ripped something on me because I was stretching, I would have tooth nickels. It's the second time this happened, which I find hilarious. I got such a monkey brain because I heard the ripping noise. I instantly stopped, and I tried again just to make sure, and then ripped some more. It's my only towel. I can't afford to lose it. Well, not the only one.
You only have one towel.
No, I do have another one, but
Oh, thank God.
but one of them, is usually washing once the other one is used. So
No, Batman. Make it as homeless.
yeah,
He's jobless.
yeah.
Technically.
I'm not a student. What I'm doing is for the unarmored scenario. I think that's descriptive.
I mean, a club's still gonna do a lot of damage.
Yeah, I feel like
Especially because the guy with the rapier can't parry that. So,
the absolute caveman. I mean, it's not wrong, but the absolute cavemanish logic of what are you going to do? Parry a club.
with a buckler or a parrying dagger or the rapier itself.
What do you do for a
Does it do
job?
for a job?
Survive. That's
You
actually
of course.
survive is a pretty accurate. It's complicated. I do a lot. I mean, yeah. I don't want to. I shouldn't even say YouTube at this point. I don't know. Foundation. That's a
Right,
more
you do
accurate
a
description.
charity.
I do a charity now. I'm the charity guy.
He does charity. Non-profit, by the way. He doesn't make a lot of money.
I don't make any money, in fact, off of it because it's in an awful. I don't want to think about it.
He's a freelancer. Let's just say that.
A very charitable way of putting it. I appreciate it. Oh, there's another phone call. They can wait. So, all right. Right. There's another thing I wanted to do the stream, which is on the website. I want to fix it up because the article, I'm not proud of it, so I would really like to be writing it as well. Function by considering the change. Effects of the change. Okay. I think I should provide a simple video. I don't know if I like the Taylor expansions being after linear algebra, but at the same time, Ash has written a paper about Taylor expanding operators, and that requires linear algebra knowledge. Have you watched Stranger Things? I haven't had the time yet, unfortunately. I do plan on watching it eventually. But I have not seen the latest season yet. I will get around to it. Let me just real quick. Alright, brilliant. Good. So, the gears, my beloved gears, which I always use to explain partial derivatives.
Partial.
There we go. Splendid. These two. This one is the beginning one. That's the one I can rotate. I know it may not look like it because, well, I'm controlling all of them, but it's nice talking to you. It was very wholesome. Oh, I'm really glad. And good luck studying. Good luck studying, Batman. Not a sentence I thought I'd say, to be honest. But yeah. Good luck studying, Batman, indeed. There we go. Now we need to label them. It will be X, GLX. Lolda, lolda. This I do not. Oh, goodness gracious!
Dang it! Dang it!
Good luck for your channel. Please don't stop uploading. I don't plan it. I will be uploading a lot more. In fact, this is all I need. I don't actually need it. All I needed was the material from it, like so. Now the question is, will it work? Unassigned? Huh. Well, that looks like it works.
It's alive.
Do you use latex? I do use latex, yeah. In Blender, well, I have a special add-on for it. Speaking of, you just remind me of another thing I need to do. Oh, the list grows. Why does the list only grow? It's fine. It's going to be simple, I hope. This is going to be white. I'm going to turn it off. Brilliant. I'm gonna render this, and then what we're going to do is we're actually going to open VS Code. Projects, charity website, report. Any updates? Yeah, there are. And forms. Okay.
Make it.
Yep.
You know what it would be a beautiful day for?
What?
Installing Linux.
You're gonna...
Arch Linux, to be specific.
Are you going to reinstall Arch Linux?
No, you should install Arch Linux.
I should install Arch Linux.
Yes, that's what I said.
I don't think I have a machine on which I can install Arch Linux. They're all currently being unused. Well, I suppose I have one actually now I think about it. It doesn't have a drive though.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I can install on RAM if you'd like.
Yeah. Just install it on RAM.
What about it? My temporary Arch.
Just use an SSD as RAM. Why not?
I would need to use the RAM as SSD.
Yes. I love my ideas.
Okay. What did I open this for? Right. Then scripts activate, flask or debug. Gimme. Because you just reminded me that actually we need a way to render LaTeX on the website, which currently does not exist. Also, I need to make the paper links better. If one thing after another, goodness. Alright. Cheers, let's try it one at a time. First, the paper links.
I feel like I'm one of the least formally educated people in this community,
Oh,
to be honest.
you'd be surprised.
Really?
Yeah.
By who?
By a lot of other people. Actually, I think that the proper students or like university students. Well, obviously every group is a minority if you divide it enough, but they're definitely not a majority in my opinion. But just based on the interactions I've seen.
All right.
Not gonna lie, I would like it to be a majority, simply because, well, it's really nice conversations you can have when, like, someone who's studying the topic, when you're talking about the topic, that's always really nice. But they're no so far.
It's like I only got up to 9th grade, technically. Now I'm doing 10th, 11th grade.
Oh, jeez, which I don't know which grade, because it's divided differently. I don't know which grade I did.
It's like I'm technically still in high school
Yeah,
by that logic.
yeah, it happens.
Yeah, technically I'm doing an apprenticeship at a company. So, ministerial. It's a bit different in Austria. In Australia, where I live. Because I live in Australia.
There we go.
Also, why so shocked?
Are you asking me why am I shocked?
No, I'm asking now, hysterical.
No. Oh, that's messed up. 0.4.
Well, I technically did drop out of high school and go to an apprenticeship. So, but I'm still in the school system. Technically, and I'm doing. Might actually go to college someday.
How do you increase border size? Oh, you don't. So padding is necessary. But padding doesn't center the paper. Why is this paper in a different place than this one? Oh, that is awful. I mean, it is just not centered. That is bothering me so much. Could we do the font? But then, the question becomes, I think we need to set the padding different for every single dimension separately. So top, like this, should be good enough. And then, no border, I just keep that. Other one at the end of padding, bottom.
Did you like being in high school? Is it where you picked up the passion to teach science? Is that a question to make it? Pretty sure that's the question to make it.
I would imagine it's a question to me. Hi, Jay, by the way, hi. I wouldn't say I enjoyed my time in high school, although it didn't really have much to do with the high school itself.
Cope.
Yeah, I wouldn't. It's complicated. I would say that I just really like science, and I just am pretty decent at teaching. That's where it all stems from. I wouldn't exactly say I picked up the passion for it in high school. In fact, after high school, I still was pretty terrible at science for a bit. It took me a while to catch up to everything.
Happens.
Wait, no. This has to stay. Yes, is the link PDF that one to edits? Alright.
I recently learned how to code.
Wait, did you read that?
No.
Or did you just say that?
I just said that.
Okay, oh, because you used like the same tone of voice I normally use for reading. What language?
Python.
Reasonable.
Just to start with.
Very reasonable.
Mm.
It's a really good utility language. It works with absolutely everything.
Let's see where this goes. If I'm getting better at it, I might go to C.
C will be way different, both from what it's used for, from a perspective of what it's used for, and from how you code it, and how you operate with all of these things.
Okay. That was very funny, Jay.
How charming you are. I was popular. Well, not extremely popular. I wasn't. I suppose I should say I wasn't unpopular. There we go. That's a good description. Let's try this.
Now, Sterical is asking if there will be history about the topics you teach in future videos.
That's tricky. The problem with history videos is that they require a completely different approach, which is, when it goes to history videos, it's more about the information rather the... It's more about the well, when it comes to history videos, it's more about like the information and the facts themselves. When I'm making videos about theoretical physics or chemistry, the more theoretical aspect of things, you usually start with like the minimum amount of information, and all the information you provide throughout it's just like the right approach. So, for example, if I'm making a video about the Hamiltonian formalism, right? The Hamilton's equations, the derivation of Hamilton's equations, technically isn't introducing any new information. It's just like nudging everyone in the right direction, if you understand what I mean. History doesn't have that approach. Instead, with history, you are giving all of the facts. Like, there are educated guesses you can make about what happened, but the crucial bit is what happened. How does
Let's get to history. Then everything that's the funniest. No, only the funniest things matter. Also, hi Boy and hi Theo. Boy. And hi Ash.
Oh,
Hi, how you doing?
I'm not doing too hot.
Oh, what happened? Just
Nothing. I think I just got sick for a while, but I'm fine mainly.
How bad is it?
It's I've been in bed the entire day.
Oh, that's
When
fair.
I'm in a being sick competition and my opponent is Ash.
Don't. It's a funny callback, but
Just had to think about that recent interaction.
callback was really funny, but yeah. That sucks, Ash. Sorry to hear that.
No, it's fine. I mean,
His accent reminds me of James Bond movies. As in, a James Bond or a character from James Bond movies. Ah, yes, we need to speak the proper English.
British English, of course.
could I get a boa?
Yeah,
A
exactly.
boa? Sure, mate.
Could I get a cup of E?
The villains from those movies. Exactly. Mr. Bond, we meet again. What?
Wait, are the French the villains?
I don't know, maybe at some point. I think that was implied.
No, the plastic container the movie is in.
I sound like some rich villain.
Well, you're
I
right on
wish.
one thing there.
Yeah,
Look, boy, you have no idea how on spot you are.
well,
I'll just tell you that.
the rich thing is a bit villain. I won't disagree. You should see me in person. I do. I have been told on multiple occasions that I look, walk, and talk like a villain. But the rich part, that's unfortunately not though. Ah. I reached a fun point where I'm in limbo. I don't know, I'm not gonna prove that. What am I
Me
looking
when
for?
I'm being in limbo competition and my opponent doesn't make it.
I can't not again. We're working on the rich bit. Yeah, we absolutely are, because everyone knows that the best way to get rich is to start a non-profit foundation.
Yep.
That's always... That's the right way, yeah.
And you can say I was annoyed by. I hate what the internet has become.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, there's
Well, the
really
channel
interesting.
isn't owned by a non-profit, but the founder of the channel is making a non-profit.
The channel we're currently on isn't and won't be. The main channel will be.
Oh, really?
It's well, I mean, it's grey area because how do you define who owns the channel? There is no actual ownership of that channel. I mean, if someone hacked me and I took them to court, I could argue that I'm the owner and I would probably win. But there is no document that specifies who's the owner. The channel will be for the foundation, as in the foundation will get all the profits.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's gonna. Can I just do invert 100%?
Well, I think this is where I'm gonna hop off.
Reasonable.
It's been a good one.
Oh,
See ya.
It really has been a see ya.
Yeah.
Oh, it inverts the whole thing because obviously it does. Damn it. I need this and then I need linked PDF icon.
A 20-hour nap. Holy shit. I think that beats me in my current state.
20 hours. Oh. That usually means something is actually going terribly wrong. Theo, are you okay? Main channel, then how you earn bread? Well, first of all, so far the channel isn't making money from the foundation because the foundation isn't registered yet because the bureaucracy decided that instead of doing it in a day, they will do it in 2 weeks. So unfortunately, the foundation will exist in 2 weeks. Unless they delay it again. Fingers crossed they don't. Second of all, well, once that happens, I just won't make any money. That's simple. That's the plan. It's that simple. Trying to
Oh my god. A fortnight. Honestly, good on you. I'm glad. I like that word. I'm glad it's not forgotten.
Oh, because they just inverted them, idiots.
We are worse. Word.
Oh, I need 0, don't I? Will this work? No, it doesn't. How do I invert the inversion?
Pure skill.
Because this doesn't appear to be working. It goes from
You know,
white to white.
I read the craziest proof on how you can, like, if you have a polynomial, then is it factorizable by some other cyclotomic polynomial? So I read that proof, and that proof was so good. I think that, you know, it's kind of like I had a revelation, and now I've gotten sick because of it. That's what I think.
The divine cost. Also, Jay, I just want to say that I don't think you need to apologize to Theo of all people for info dumping about frogs. I think out of all people, you're good with Theo. How do I... Or do I just need brightness at 0? Oh, that could be clever if it works. If it doesn't, then, well, it's not going to be clever, obviously. It does get very messy and breaks often.
Oh wow, new all matter art.
Is there?
No, you just posted 6 hours ago. I just saw.
Oh, that's not new. That's the first thing I commissioned.
Yeah, now that I looked at them, they're not new. I was about to say that after looking at them, but I was like, oh no, it's gonna be awkward now. Uh, I think the first one I haven't seen before. The other two I have. But anyways.
Okay.
I watched every.
I watched every parallel video in the shitpost. Now I am now confused. Wait, every parallel video? What do you mean? Every parallel... Yeah, what is a parallel video? Well, I was wondering if you use an Android or iOS, if you don't mind me asking. I use an Android phone that is just weathered some really tough times. The options at the end. Oh, the red channel. That's not the shitpost channel. The shitpost is yellow. The red channel video. Yes, it is. Could be confusing. It's an old video of mine. This only works once. Can I like this?
Wait, out of curiosity, did we upload the video of like the poker thing that we were doing, or?
I know I was going to do it today. I just don't
Okay.
I don't want to go through it on stream because
Yeah, fair.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I was gonna. I actually have the SD card connected with all the recordings to my PC because I was planning.
Nice.
Because there is a fair bit more than just the poker. I'm gonna call it, by the way, a theoretical physicist, a mathematician, and Make It playing a simple game of Make It Poker.
Yeah.
Can you explain the lore of it shortly? It did sound interesting, but it was really hard to follow how quick everything was happening. I don't know if I can explain it, because I still want to continue it eventually one day, and I don't want to reveal too much. I have, like, the entire story of it mapped out in my head, and there is a lot. There is a lot. There is a lot to it. So no, I will not explain it just yet. This doesn't work. Unless the invert has to be a 0 in order to reset. Also, I do not need to restart the website. That's unnecessary. How do do I remove a filter? Because the problem is that it has to be filtered. It has to be filtered, but at the same time, I have to invert then that filter. It would be so much easier if I could just modify the attributes of the SVG. I just can't seem to. What if I do this? No. This appears to be the closest, right? Well, sometimes it goes to black. Not always though. Exhausting. Oh, it doesn't ease back in, by the way, as well. That could be causing some problems. Well, it works sometimes. That one time it actually, the icon turned to black. Look. White. White. I think it only works once. The icon is white. Now it's black, which is correct. And now it disappears into white. I felt like it was about time travel. It gave me Tenet vibes. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. It was in fact. It was in fact meant to be time travel. The whole idea of skipping. It is so close to greatness, but it just doesn't work. How can I remove a filter when transitioning in hover? Oh, I hate it. I don't like high-level programming, like abstract one, because then you have these hyper-specific questions, and no one knows because it's all made out of duct tape and super glue.
Just say pretty please, it should work.
No. The machine spirit has to be bound and broken for it to work. Alright. Let me have a thunk. Setting invert to 0 doesn't do enough. Can I do using color? That feels too easy. No, I don't imagine I can. That does feel too easy, and when things are too easy, that's on hover, not on hover. Oh, the filter invert just gets removed. No, it doesn't. Boy, that's confusing. Color. Red? Yeah, it obviously doesn't work. I never see you open ChatGPT. Is it because you have multiple screens? No, it's just because I don't use it. It's that simple.
ChatGPT really is wildly unhelpful.
I mean, yeah, it really is. The problem is that whenever you ask it a question about the problem you're having, all of the answers, like for example with computer science, all of the answers would be just equivalent to, have you tried turning it off and on again? They're all just so bland and non-answers.
Have you tried turning it off?
And if you have a hyper-specific advanced question and you ask it, they're just gonna start making stuff up.
I mean, the thing was,
Makes up.
I heard a lot about ChatGPT being said like, oh, it's so good at coding now and it's gonna replace programmers. And when I was doing all the lead stuff, I was like, huh, okay, nice. I'll just tell ChatGPT what I want to do and it can do it for me. I personally don't care about formalizing proofs by hand. And so I did, but like, it genuinely made me take longer than if I had done it myself by reading the documentation.
Yeah.
so bad. Like,
Could I maybe remove this invert, add it in here, and then first of all let me check if this works. So black, black, black. Oh, so invert just straight up doesn't appear to be working on. Well, that's good to know.
well, I mean, that said, apparently there's like fucking, I don't know, paid versions of ChatGPT that are allegedly way, way, way better, but I'm not paying money to find out.
I'm skeptical. Because usually when you pay for something, you want to justify paying for it. There is a point at which you
Yeah.
just become broken and you just admit that it wasn't a good purchase. Which, I mean, hey, listen, I would never use software that is expensive and it makes me regret the purchase of it because, you know, that would just be unreasonable.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's also another thing. Or is there, I want to solve this specific problem, Elder's coming up with a completely different thing around the corner I didn't ask for, yeah. It's just permanently black. Now it's white. Why does it? Oh, I'm such an idiot. I know why. No, no, oh, no, CSS pass parent hover to child element. I don't want to do JavaScript.
If you pay for something, you are the product. Wow, guess I'm food then. I mean,
Wait, no, hold on. That's not if you pay for something, you are the pro. That's not how the saying goes.
yeah.
That's not how the saying goes. If you pay for something, you are the consumer, I'm pretty certain. I mean, I guess depends on your perspective as well. Dot child. Oh, can I do? Oh, please. Can I do this and have this work? Because that would be so splendid. Please let it just work. No, because that would be too easy. That would be way too easy if it worked. Just let me make sure that it would work normally though, because I could have messed it up, that's likely. Yeah, no, right now it does work. Which means that this isn't working. Pointer events. Oh, it's because this line of code, which happens after parent and parent hover find. Which means this you want in the parent and the child. And then that gives it to the parent over a child, but I want the opposite, which means I want the child for the parent. Could this work? No, it does not. So we can only apply stats to child element. Wait, no, so it should be like this. Would this work? That'd be nice. It does not. What's more, right now it works normally. So I need... Can I have both? I cannot. Brilliant. Do you go to the gym because you look ripped? Well, first of all, I appreciate the compliment. Second of all, I am not that ripped. And third of all, I do work out every day. But it's not.
Then you do.
Yeah.
Huh.
What do you think? I just
I did not know that.
ripped my shirt on the way. Well, I didn't when I was away with y'all because I thought it would be quite uncomfortable for y'all.
I mean, no, but it's fine.
Mate, shirtless me just working out in the middle of the room. It would be.
Oh yeah, okay then.
Exactly. What do you think I would genuinely work out like full elegant attire? Absolutely not.
I mean, no, but I assumed you had some other attire for working out.
No,
but
I just take
suppose
off. I
not.
just take off my shirt and that's it. That is genuinely it.
Did you stay with him? No. Yes, no, maybe.
The only thing that
somehow.
rips apparently is toes. I am quite pleased with how my training is going though, because I am. How should I put this? I have a very specific flavor of a mentaltism, let's call it. And so the way I did it is that I have a number, and every day I increase that number by 1, and that number determines how many exercises I have to do. And one part of that is that sometimes it goes a bit back, but normally every day add 1. It all is very strategized depending on the time, etc., etc. Right now I am at 78. That was today. Today was 78. And the last exercise I have is a plank that I do for twice that amount of seconds. And I'm genuinely pleased with that because that means every day I've been doing over 2.5 minutes of just a plank non-stop. Which may seem trivial, but I would really like to pose a challenge for all of you to try doing a plank for 2.5 seconds, 2 minutes, 2 minutes 30 seconds uninterrupted. It is a lot.
Oh, that's hard. I think I don't know. I could try right now.
Go on, try. Well, you're sick, so it's gonna be more difficult for you. Can you tell how his face looks without spoiling too much? Lifeless eyes. Yeah.
Huh. That's a good question.
There is,
You know,
there is one image.
I don't-
There is one actor I have brought up in the past. Hold on. And I would like right now you, Ash, to tell me if I have been onto something or if I haven't. Because the person I brought in the past was William Turner from Pirates of the Caribbean.
this guy. Okay, let me try to project him onto your face that I remember. You know, I think maybe I can see it a bit, but I think the face of the shape is kind of off a bit.
Yeah, it is. But you see why. Oh, there is this one actor. How's his name? Oh, it's on my tongue. Yeah. What's the name of this one actor that I always just said? I'm kind of like, hold on. I can't quite remember. What was his name? I think it was. Once I start playing, I have to stop. I mean, no, I have to finish the song. Or I can do a cop-out like this. That's the cop-out we're gonna get. Gold star to everyone, to anyone who has seen the movie La La Land. The YouTuber Mini Minute Man. The Mini Minute Man does look like William Turner, I have to say. Minute Man Milo. Mini Minute Man. He does look like William Turner, but he doesn't exactly look like me. Or maybe something like that. It's not 100%, but your face is more angular than Will Turner.
Yeah, that's...
Jeez, I haven't even begun researching spin, and already.
Oh my god. Corny bar.
Corny pine. What is it? I'm self-conscious about it now. What does it mean to have an angular face?
It means that your, I don't know, like your chin is like, uh, I don't know. Just look it up. It's hard to explain. I'm bad at explaining visual things.
What is an angular face? Oh! Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh my goodness. Theo, thank you. That is... I was genuinely being extremely self-conscious about myself. And that is just such a nice compliment. Thank you. My guess was you look like Harry Styles.
Wait, okay,
This
funny
is
enough,
yes.
if you had to project me onto some, I don't know, what are they called again? Actors, yes.
Oh, that's
Who
tricky.
would you go for?
Let me think.
Yeah.
Let me think. You know what the problem is? The problem
Yeah?
is like institutional racism and the fact that there just aren't that many actors for that reason with people similar to you. That's
I mean, yeah, okay, fair.
that's the issue. There's a very certain bias. Let me think of a cast of Oppenheimer. No, there's nothing there. This won't work because of the hair. Give me a second. What did it look like? Yeah, the problem is that my initial like idea was Bruno Mars, but you have a completely different hairstyle and dress completely differently and a completely different vibe as well.
Wow. So I'm like the actor except opposite in all the like important ways.
Look at him and tell me you dress like him or your hair looks like his.
I don't know, let me look up
Look,
Bruno Mars.
first of all, not an actor as well because I couldn't think of an actor. I could see some.
It's fine.
I could see some Freddie Mercury. Oh, that's a good one actually. Freddie Mercury, yes. Oh, that is
You
a
know,
good
I do
one.
not look like Bruno Mars.
Oh
Let me
my
look up
goodness,
Freddie
Theo is. Oh yes. Well, once again, not the hair or the style, but genuinely Freddie Mercury. Yeah.
Mercury. Damn. I don't know how, but I suppose. Huh.
I can't describe it, but I can see it. Well, I can't see it, but I can't describe it either. I just it's correct.
It's just correct.
You know when sometimes it
Prove
just
me.
you know when sometimes it just feels right. Would Ash be able to rock a stash though? Absolutely. What I think, we have been discussing it, by the way. There's been honestly a quite prevalent topic of discussion, which is Ash needs a style. And we all of a sudden realize that mathematicians don't really have an established style. Like, the thing is, physicists, which I always misspell. A physicist does have an established style, which, I mean, they all
What does
bloody look the same. All the same kind of clothing. Well, unless they physics professor maybe physics professor Jobs.
what does Remco look like? Huh, that's a good question.
What does Remco look like?
No.
I can give you an example of what kind. I can give you an example of a person that kind of looks like Remco. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me look him up real quick. There's this one guy I've seen that kind of looks like Remco.
Yeah.
Okay, no, this is not a good one. Let me just do this one. Remco, I would say, kind of looks like this. It's all pretty far away. I can't show him. I have an image of the Remcoheimer. Where's my Remcoheimer? The physics cliche. Yeah, exactly. There is a certainly. There we go. This is
Oh
Remco.
shit, it's 28 o'clock.
Well, yeah, 20/8 o'clock, yes.
Oh my god, I'm so dumb. I had to be somewhere, fucking hell.
Can you still make it?
I mean, no, it's not like an appointment thing. I can go there like an hour late even, it's fine, but like, just friends meet up, I suppose.
Well, do you feel like going?
Yeah, I did feel like going. I will go in a bit, I think, after I gather up some courage to move out of bed.
That's very reasonable. That's very, very reasonable.
Hmm. Remco has a jawline that could cut stonework. Damn.
It really does. He does have a very bad pronounced jawline. It's very. It is very. It is just very. Average physics enjoyer. It really. It does look like picture from a meme, yes.
Uh,
I don't really think, by the way. I'm using chalkboards. I'm between getting a personal chalkboard or whiteboard. I personally prefer whiteboards simply because I don't like the feeling of chalk that much. I find it to be too much. It's dry. But or perfectly even when you have the clear ones, that's so fancy. A clear board that's just transparent and you get to write on it. Oof. Because then you write on it in white marker and that just feels magical, like witchcraft. Can you stream on Twitch? I used to stream on Twitch, but it became too much of a hassle. Should I stream on Twitch again?
I mean, what would be the point?
Kind of what I was thinking. My streams, well, whenever my streams don't derail into talking about drawlines and such, they tend to stay rather scientific, which I don't know if there is much of an audience for that on stream. On Twitch, sorry. On Twitch. It's all playing stuff.
It's hilarious. Hmm.
Wow, what if I... Choke is the haptics. I need to look up what haptic means now.
Do tell me as well, I'm too tired to look it up.
Oh, I see. I have to have a big whiteboard in my room. Yeah, exactly. The dust is problematic. Yeah, but nothing feels more physicsy though than just white marker on a clear board, in my opinion. That is future. I know calcium carbonate dust in my bed. Very reasonable, especially since you do have it right above your bed. So that would have been torture to just deal with. Ash,
Yes?
you wanted to go. I don't. It's not me kicking you out. It's just that at the same time, I don't want you to just sit here when you clearly want to go.
No, bro. When I have to go, I will just drop out of VC. It's fine.
Okay. Then
Yeah, relax.
then I do have another question for you.
Do go on.
I don't understand what's the difference between a partial and an ordinary derivative.
Oh my god.
I don't understand because the definition of a partial derivative includes the definition of the ordinary derivative in it.
I mean, yeah.
So I don't understand.
Well, how do I explain this? Okay, let me think about this.
Well, what are we doing today, Make It? Well, Greg, I'm so glad you asked. I am very, very slowly, because I got distracted working on the website, working on the video about partial derivatives, funny enough. Or more specifically, this is like a video on the usage of derivation and solving differential equations, because the last segment of the video will be solving differential equation. And, well, not actually solving differential equation. It's more like having fun with derivatives. You don't understand the difference between partial and ordinary derivative. Here I was using videos to prepare my exams. Yeah, no, it's not that I don't understand the difference. I don't see a difference. That's the problem. It's not like there is a difference I notice and I don't understand the implication. It's just that when you look at the definition of a partial derivative, it is genuinely just like the definition of an ordinary derivative.
I mean, but that's kind of by design, though.
But
I mean, the entire idea of what a partial derivative is supposed to be is that if you have a function that's taking in multiple inputs, and if you constrain all of the inputs except one of them, then you essentially just end up with a function in one variable, and then you differentiate it, and then
yeah, exactly. So what is the difference between a derivative? There's
part of me wants to say it's just notation, but the thing is,
that is genuinely the answer I have seen so far. And the fact that Remco also said that he said like, oh, we're physicists, we don't differentiate between, you know, the partial and ordinary. This is ordinary, and then this will be partial. F of x naught x1 dot dot dot. Technically, the standard isn't to use x notation, but I don't care. Plus h, and then dot 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 x capital N. I suppose in that scenario we might as well use I for this. Minus f of, and in this case I'm just going to do x1 dot 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 xn, like this, and then all that divided by h. That is the difference between them. That to say, I can't see one. The difference is in the input, not the output. I don't think there is though, because when you have f of x and y, then what is the difference between doing partial f of x in relation to x or ordinary x in relation to x? They both mean the same thing. I don't see the difference. And even worse, I have never come across a difference between. I mean, no, okay, there is notational difference, which is there is one scenario that I can mention in which they are different, only one, and that is explicit versus implicit, which means that if you have a function, the classic example is you have a function that depends on time, position, and momentum, right? You take its derivative in relation to time, which you get is partial in relation to time, and then plus you get the chain rule, so dot dot dot. Then this partial t of f is different than ordinary t of f, because one of them is so the ordinary goes like to all of them, this one takes only about explicit, but that's the only thing I found. Partial derivative does only make sense with multiple input values. No, it doesn't. No, it also makes sense if your capital N is equal to 1, then you can still use definition of a partial derivative. It will be the same as ordinary derivative, but you can still use it. In fact, let me recall. Have I seen it done in physics?
I think I'll look more into this a bit later, but I think the idea might be, I don't know how to articulate it at the current moment, but say you have a function, like think of the Lagrangian. The Lagrangian is like it's some function of v of t, x of t, and perhaps t itself, right?
Yeah.
So if you differentiate it with respect to t, then you just differentiate all the variables. That's understood, because v and x are implicitly variables of functions of t. If you differentiate with respect to x, though, what you're doing is you're not fixing x as in like x equals this. It's more like you're fixing like a level set of x, and then you're taking your differential along like different level sets, so to speak. Like, I don't know if this is accurate or not right now,
Yeah,
so
no,
like
that
don't quote me on
makes.
this.
I mean, that is how I think of it because that's basically the example I provided, and in the video, that is like the difference I mentioned, which is this frame right here. This.
Wait, I can't tune into stream. Give me a second. Yeah, I see it.
That's the example I provide in the video. But even the thing that you mentioned, you just said, Jay, if you have multiple input values, you should use the partial simple, don't use the ordinary simple. That's the thing, you said should. That's the problem. Because it really does appear to be just notation.
I mean, you say should, like, but the thing is, if I have a function, I will use d by dt, like as like the normal one for a multivariable function. Even though, like, because I
Yeah,
know
so
everything implicitly is t, so I
think
will just
about it.
differentiate.
Think about it this way: when you have
Yeah.
a sum and you have an integral, it's not a matter of which one you should use; it's a matter of which one you have to use. There are certain scenarios in which only the sum works. There are certain scenarios in which only the integral works. They are very properly defined as different things, despite both of them being inherently just summation. With the derivatives, I haven't seen that. With the derivatives, you just you just use partial whenever you want to specify that there is some derivation that's not happening, and you use ordinary if you want to specify that all of the derivations happen, but even then attach asterisk because what if someone just decides the contrary? Physicists use partial all the time anyway. Should as in if you don't, you'll get shot. If I had a nickel for every single time I broke with the standard mathematical convention, just could note something down. Double masters in EE and math is definitely a possibility for me. It's just finances that hold me back for something like this. That's unfortunate. Well, if you finish the EE, then you could just wait a bit and then start the math one. Unless you specifically want to do a double one. Nico mentioned, yeah, Nico mentioned. This board has seen a lot.
A lot.
It really has. I really wish there was a way to like... Oh, there is. Would you look at that? I just pressed an image and it worked.
Damn, magician.
Splendid. I think I'm going to post that onto the YouTubes because I like it. Well, there we go.
You know, regarding the talk on styles, I have found a haircut that I kind of sort of like. I'll send you pictures.
Okay, you send the pictures, and in the meantime, Nanos Tariko said something really interesting, which is Legendre.
Is it math?
Yes, Legendre introduced them. The symbols are separate to prevent conceptual ambiguity.
Oh, so it's just notation.
Because then it would be just notation, which honestly I would be glad to hear, because otherwise, because that would be, because then I have a good understanding.
Have at the wait, why didn't they send? Did they send? I don't know.
It was introduced by him, but then he abandoned it. That's hilarious. Is there a history? This is the one time when I actually need a history page on a on a scientific article. You should look into multivariable.
Legendre.
You should look into multivariable chain rule. Why? What is in there for me?
The multivariable chain rule.
Do we not have Hamilton's equation derivation on this, or the Poisson brackets on this whiteboard?
Oh my god, it didn't send. Why the bruh.
Oh yeah, the E is notation for it, not the X. No, not the X numbers. You know, E for basis. I don't know, it felt intellectual to say that. It's not that I don't understand how to work with derivatives. That's the problem. The problem is that I do. I will not sit here and
And I
pretend.
still don't know why.
Exactly. I won't sit here and pretend as if my understanding is perfect or unbreakable, because it isn't, and I am fully aware that I could be making some kind of mistake of the sorts, but that's precisely why I'm asking. It's because I haven't run into a problem of using derivatives, and at the same time, there is this, let's call it a gap, which is a problem. Because that means either I have been extremely lucky and I've just never come across the gap that happens to just break the concept of a derivative for me, or it is just notation, and I really wish it would be notation. Because the multivariable chain rule you've mentioned...
Discord is just refusing to send images. What the fuck?
Too hot.
Are you getting the images, or is it just like
No.
a problem on my end?
No,
Oh,
I'm not getting
bruh.
any. Well, what are you sending?
Discord DMs.
Oh yeah, then no.
Fucking hell.
But yeah, this is...
I'll just download the images and then attach them or something. Give me a second.
The dot 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 will just expand to partial 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 plus partial 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 partial, and this would be f to x, x to t, x to p to t, f to p, like this. You having a gap is statistically likely, but all three of you having it at the same time is unlikely. That's what I'm saying. That's a bit... It really seems like it is... This, for example...
There we go, now it's sent.
Oh yeah, it did. Oh yes, absolutely. Oh, you would rock that.
Nice, okay.
Although I am a bit distracted by the guy you've sent it with, because... Well, especially in the second picture, it's kind of hard to focus on the hair, let me just say. Anyway, what was I doing? Right, maths.
Oh, yeah.
I was doing maths, right.
Sure.
This is the only example I can think of, this. Where the left derivative is meant to say that you differentiate in relation to time, but that time goes into other functions that also depend on time, while the other one says you differentiate only in relation to time. Partial varies only one and fixed all the other variables. Total derivative allows all variables to wiggle, essentially. But it doesn't matter if you're differentiating only in relation to one. So it doesn't matter. In this scenario, of this definition, in the partial, you're treating all of those as constant. But if you apply an ordinary derivative on a variable... Unless you're saying it like that. Oh, no, hold on. I see what you're saying now. So what you're saying is that you treat all of these as evaluated functions. So you treat all of these as being evaluated, while you treat all of these as being not evaluated functions. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. Yeah,
I mean,
because that would make an ordinary derivative basically equivalent to the partial derivative in most cases, except cases like this one. So that is fair. The only question is, how is it defined? This is the definition I note down, as you can see. Yeah, as I mentioned, normally you do it.
Okay, what else do I need to this? You know what? Let me ask the chat how they feel about harmonic analysis. Because I have been dying to talk to someone about it, but like no one in my circle at least knows anything.
Follow-up question: what is harmonic analysis?
Oh. Good question. How do I explain this? So you know what the Fourier transform is, right? Well, of course you do.
I have on occasion seen it once or twice in my own videos.
Yeah, exactly. Now do Fourier analysis, but for random ass shit. Harmonic analysis. Like do it for finite groups, do it for non-abelian groups. That's how you get like matrices as representations. Yeah, it's do tell Ash. Well, bad as fuck timing because A, I'm sick, B, I'm leaving in 5 minutes. So you know what? I'll definitely will I write something about this? Maybe. It depends because it's gonna take so much effort. But it is an interesting thing. I encourage you all to look into it. The earlier thing I was saying about the cyclotomic polynomials being factorizable, that's also just a consequence of Fourier transform on like the Z and Z rings, or the Z and Z groups rather. They're not rings. I mean, they are rings, but they're also groups. Oh yeah, I can yap in Theo's DM. You know what? Thank you. That's actually a very nice venting
If there
area.
only was a server where you could yap about this whole thing as well. Two servers
The
actually.
problem is, I would yap on your server as well. It's not that, but like, I don't know. I feel a bit insecure just yapping out into the internet.
Why?
Why? That's a good question. Well, first and foremost, I guess it's the fear of being wrong, which I understand is like not a fear I should be concerned about because being wrong is how you learn. And I mean, the only reason why I'm chatting there
I
is
will
because
say
hopefully someone will.
that as long as you're not being pretentious, then there is never a fear of being wrong. Like take me for example. The
Yeah.
reason why I asked about the partial derivatives thing is because I thought there was no difference. If I stated
I
from
mean,
the very beginning that I am confident there is no difference and I'm gonna fight you all on it, then yeah, that would be a dick move.
yeah. Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I'll consider yapping on the server about it. Yes.
You have two servers. Well, I have one server, and the other one is just for planning the foundation. It's for the super
Yeah.
secret project schemes and plots.
Yeah. Right now we're just talking about the regular Make It server.
The regular. I don't know why you said it with such spite and like disdain.
No, no,
Not
no.
the
I
regular.
said it normally. Okay. Do not put words into my mouth.
I'm just joking. Don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. uh,
I need the numbers that represent. Actually, oh, this is going to be a tad more tricky. Oh right. Um. It's not as bad as it could have been, but it's still pretty bad. What we're looking for isn't here. Well, that's great. What we need is value to... Which one of these values represents rotation? This one. This right here. This is the rotation of our gear. There we go. This looks like a chore. It's actually not as bad as it could have been. As far as my geometry nodes go, this is actually pretty tame. I'm about to complicate it, so... curve, extrude mesh, then join this in. No, don't join it in right here. That's a bad idea. Instead, join it in right here. Also bad idea. There we go. Now we add some digits. Something like 4. We lower this. And even better, one of these values should give us the module, which is this one. We can take this value and we can math it out to give us the specific size. So multiply by 0.32, and then we can divide this one by 6, and then, no wait, not by 6, we can divide this one by 10, and then plug it in. There we go. Beautiful, all of them rescaled. With the partial versus differential, do look into the Jacobian matrix. Alright, I mean, the explanation you provided makes sense already. You freeze the other variables. As in, like, I hadn't considered the, variables being functions and then just evaluating functions before taking the derivative. That already makes sense. What screwed me over is that that's like not mentioned in the definitions. Like the definition I've seen is this, which is just genuinely partial derivative is derivative that you take in relation to one variable, which, I mean, goodness gracious me. my brother in maths, that's how you take any derivative. Taking a derivative in relation to two variables at the same time requires this. Jacobian matrix, okay. The function is the first order partial derivative exists on Rn. This function takes a point in Rn as input and produces a vector in Rm as output. Jacobian matrix of Jf is the matrix whose ij entry are the derivative of the function to each corresponding. Oh, I see. Oh.
God damn, did you understand the Jacobian just by reading what it is?
I mean, well, I understood the idea of it. I don't want to say I understood the matrix. I'm not a mathematician. I understood the idea of it. Because, I mean, this is pretty clear as far as the idea of it goes.
I mean, yeah, I suppose. Because the first time I saw the Jacobian, it took me like over a month of contemplation, and I still don't feel confident in my understanding.
You do extremely in-depth maths research, so when there is a very significant difference in how both of us approach like new mathematical objects. I approach it more like, I don't even want to say theoretical physicist, I approach it more like an engineer at this point, whilst you approach it as a mathematician. So you know, like I'll see an operator being Taylor expanded, and I'll say fine.
Yeah. Taylor expansions were fun. Yeah. Sorry.
I will try to write up the website today at least up to Taylor expansions, so that then for the finished that section of the page, your paper already will be there. That's one of my goals for today.
What state is hydrogen in when it's on room temperature?
Gas.
Yeah. And what do you call 1,000 kilograms? A ton?
Yeah.
Now combine the two answers and paste the answer in Google. Also extra point.
I'm going to do it off stream if you don't mind. The beauty.
Yeah, I think I'm also just.
No,
yeah,
sorry.
I would advise the same.
Beauty and
These
the
things
Beast
never end
character.
well.
Beauty and the Beast character? What are you? Are you reading that from somewhere?
Oh, yo, it's the guy. I know this guy.
It's a character from Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, I know. I've watched the movie. Lover of Romeo. Was it Juliet? Hold on. Gaston.
And one last thing, which is somewhere around here should be a curve. Ah, this one, yes. Right, and then we need a switch right here. Goodness gracious, that's a mess. Why is there a mesh line? Oh,
What's your opinion on having noses? I do believe noses are overrated.
Said sick Ash.
Oh yeah, that might be why.
I think you are quite biased. There we go. We're gonna get a beautiful pie and half pie. Rotates. Splendid! Oh, wait, I'm an idiot. Ah, goodness gracious me, I'm an idiot. And I've overwritten it as well. Ah, damn it! It's fine. All I need to do is just take this, move it here. It's not going to rotate this time, and just remove this. Ah, I messed up. It's fine. Okay. In the meantime, I should first... Is the website good now? No, because it's still broken, isn't it? What's the square brackets? Square brackets are usually meant to represent an action that one is taking. So when Theo said, what is your opinion on, you would imagine Theo saying it, and the checks notes in square brackets, you would imagine Theo checking notes instead of saying checks notes. Been asking for looking at Gaston Julia for the coolest looking scientist. Gaston Julia. Alright, hold on. Gaston Julia. Whomst are they? No, it's the one without a nose. I know that one.
For what?
Yeah.
Yo, he's a mathematician. What? What did he work on? Let me see. Holomorphic dynamics. Oh my god.
It's not gonna help with anything, but at least gonna look nicer.
Julia said. Guy's a good mathematician, I will say. Or at least the Wikipedia page says so. Anyways, I'm gonna probably leave now.
That's reasonable.
Yeah, see ya, catch you later. I don't know.
Alright,
Bye bye.
See ya.
How do I leave Discord voice call on?
You're stuck here with me.
Ah, there it is. Bye.
Have you ever messed up and not be like, it's fine? Because it's always fine. Every single time I messed up, it has been fine. Every single time anyone messes up, it's gonna be fine. Unless, like, very rough circumstances. I have messed up so many times in my life, and I'm still alive, which clearly means it was fine. So don't worry about making mistakes. Oh, so we specified. No, wait, that didn't work, did it? Because that should state when hover on parent. That works. What am I? That just worked. Okay, brilliant. Yeah, so now we can style it a bit more, a bit better. This can be a bit brighter, I think. I think this is good. I would say sufficient. Not perfect, obviously, but sufficient. Ash evaluating the wiki page of a mathematician like others do wine. Oh, you haven't heard Flame talk. It's so hilarious. There's this one time we were chatting with Flame and we were talking about something. We were definitely talking about NMR. I don't remember what the other thing is. So for now, I'm going to say EPR. That's not what Flame said. This is just me saying it because I can't remember the other thing. But he said something like, NMR, that actually pairs really nicely with EPR. And just so funny to me, like Flame talking about scientific research, like you would about just fine wines. What does Flame look like? I don't remember. He sent me a picture a long time ago, and I just forgot. I have a rough idea, I just don't remember exactly. A literal campfire. Yeah, just a torch. And not even the on fire kind, just a normal electric one. It's honestly bloody confusing. Okay, so good. We have a way to link papers easily. Now, what we need is a way to link videos easily, which I think I can do with iframes. I think that it's fine to link them with iframes. You should do a video with him or her. Wouldn't you believe it? I have already made a video with Flame. How convenient. And it is a him. Well, you're lucky stars, because if you scroll down, this one is actually about Flame's research. Yeah. The first half of the video is just me explaining how the machine works, and the second half of the video is Flame. Where is he? There we go. This is Flame. This is literally flaming. And then this is him talking about his research. And it's quite neat, I would say. That's cool, but the live one, like that of Remco, that's, oh Jay, that's so tempting. I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do. Okay. Iframes, right. Let's get back to the interesting things. Iframes. Okay, that actually might be simple. I hope. I really hope. Let me try to do it with derivatives for now. So this is the code for the embed. We're going to go down, and before this we're going to put another div, which will be that's actually fairly simple, I would say, as far as things go. Yeah, and it already works. We should look at that. Dang, this collision after you're home and gifted it. Them boys, one of the best games of all time, really. What is this collision actually? Hold on. Oh, that game! That's this Coliseum. I will be brutally honest with you. Oh, I recognize the characters. I don't recognize the game at all. All the cars being a soggy towel makes it funny to me. What do you exactly mean by a soggy towel? quite interesting. But it's very well written. I'm right now reading the setting. It does look interesting. I'm sorry, I'm just reading about Disco Elysium now. That's what I should be doing. I'm so really sorry, but my fridge right now is shaking and it's bothering me because that noise is really getting to me. So just give me a second real quick. Oh, that didn't help. It genuinely helped every single time. So hold on. Maybe I need to do the harder. Uh-oh. Okay, no, it helps. Don't look into it, Mike. It's not one of those games you can play on stream. Well, now you're just getting me even more curious. Now I want to look into it even more. What happens over there that is so not safe for stream? What kind of place are you living in? Cheap place. 150% story game with political shenanigans and stuff. Oh, I see. Also, I cannot elaborate. He's just a wet rag fraying at the edges. It's hilarious. I will take your word for it. Class. Oh no, I'm just an idiot. That's what happened. Yeah, there we go. So first, before party. Oh no, display first. Display. Ah yes, that's what I want. Within a cuboid of stone, that's where he lives. I have been living under a rock. That is correct. It's not easy living under a rock, you know. How do I center it? Do I do it with maximum padding? Padding left 50%. Okay, why would 28% be correct here? It isn't. Okay, that's fine. Hermit crab. Oh, I would love to play some hermit crab with Jumbo Mambo and the grain. That would be just phenomenal. How would you center it? How do you center a div? Or is it like auto? Because auto's gonna be no, not gonna be auto. There was like a Yeah, I don't want absolute position or anything like that. Oh. This is tricky. Well, it's not tricky. I just absolutely don't know how to operate with CSS. Never bothered to learn. Padding position, we have the margin. Margin, maybe. Obviously margin, there's not going to do anything. I mean, the padding we'd like just for the radius, I imagine. Have you checked the new explain feature on YouTube? Don't even have to watch long videos anymore. It will just summarize the whole video for you. Saves a lot of attention span. Yeah, thank goodness we finally don't have to watch videos. It's still a bit upsetting that you have to read it. I wish they had invented something for that. I am absolutely terrible at CSS. Absolutely atrocious. Yeah, you can specify the border size, obviously, but not really. Right width. Oh, unless the width specifies the size, that would be silly. Not the size, only the position. In which scenario it would be silly, would it not? Yeah, that would be silly and good. So now the question would be, well, the most logical solution I can imagine is the padding. Is for the padding to be percentage dependent. As in, for padding to be half of the width of the website. I know how to do it with JavaScript, which is on window resize. It would resize all of them, but that doesn't feel very efficient. In fact, that feels quite terrible. How do I center a div? How do I not know how to center a div as well? Is there anything on the website that's centered? There must be, actually, hold on. How have Caper centered this? Container center, text align center. That's a pickle because what I have is not text. Can I use text align center though? Or align? Align contents center. Alright, align items center. Okay, display grid or display flex. Alright, I can do that. Display grid. Oh, display flex, not flex. Flex. Did not do a thing. That is beginning to be a problem for me. I will not lie. I'm not enjoying this. I can also try text line center, but obviously it won't work. That's not text. Oh, okay. I have an idea how to do it with padding to the left, but so padding left. That's not the thing that exists. Left, and then 10%. Yeah, and then we just increase it until it's in the center. The only problem is that this is absolute guesswork, and it also does not appear to be functioning because it prioritizes padding left. What happens if I add padding right as the same percentage? No, padding left takes priority over padding right. Which means that depends on how the website is stretched, it will... This bothers me. Center a div. How do I center a div? Like this. Center in the, so margin auto with 50%. Margin auto with 50%. Oh my goodness, it actually worked. Consider me shocked and surprised. Now we can enable the border back because we also like border to be 5 PM and then for now others blue. That is not doing anything. Huh. Oh, unless we need to add the padding as well. Not padding right, only padding in general. And then maybe not 100, maybe like 5 years as well. Because then I would be pretty certain that this I did shift and self-control. And this also does make it leave the page, which bothers me. That's a problem. You know what? Progress so far. We at least have a centered embed, so that's something. So we're going to do margin auto and then with 50%. Neat. That's something. Okay, so with this in mind, I can actually start the work on the first like proper scan the website. I will need to script it up completely, but the building blocks exist. Why did you stop making videos like 7 dimension was constant, like topic is difficult, complex, etc. Never the most views. To get then switch to hard science. It's because I found those videos. Well, the 7 dimensions, not quite, because how topic gets difficult and worst constants, it all lies on the spectrum of the most simple ones to the most actually scientific ones. And I prefer to make scientific videos simply because I think that the simple ones don't provide much value. The reason why I made the worst constant ones is the worst constant one. The reason why I made it is because I just genuinely don't like them all. It is personal, deeply personal. But the 7 dimensions one, that is actually hard science. It's just that it's hard computer science. It's not mathematical dimensions. It's the approach to dimensions that is used in computer science. And I genuinely like the 7 dimensions video one because the core idea is correct. That is how you approach dimensionality, which is just, you know, degrees of freedom, which you use in your functions. And how the topic gets difficult, that still exists. That still will be coming. It's just that they will be for more scientific topics. Anyway, I need to go because I would really like to go to the shops today still. And they do not stay open for long. So I need to make my way. Anyway, I thank you everyone so much for watching. We have gotten a fair bit of good work done today. And for now, that'll be it. Thank you everyone so much for watching and have a great day. Bye.